All right, guys, in this video, we're going to be looking at elementary reactions. Remember, elementary reactions are just step-by-step reactions. So we got step 1, step 2, and then we would have like an overall, overall reaction. And the overall reaction is just step 1 and 2 coming down and making it an overall reaction. Okay, that would be called reaction mechanisms. So in this particular case, we're just going to be looking at elementary reactions, the individual steps. So we got a question here, multiple choice. NO and O2 react to form NO2. The rate law for this reaction is rate equals K NO squared O2. If the reaction occurs in a single elementary step, that is a 3-body molecular collision, then which of the following is the equation for the elementary step? So in this case, we're taking the rate law and we're turning it into an elementary step. Now, for questions like this, the rate law can be determined based on the stoichiometry. Okay, so stoichiometry of the balanced equation. So whatever the balanced equation's coefficients are, they become the exponents in the rate law. So we're looking for a reaction that has these two reactants, and there better be 2 in front of the NO and a 1 or nothing in front of the O2. So looking at A is wrong because they don't have any of the reactants that we need. We need to have an NO and we need to have an O2, so that's not right. B looks really good because it's got NO and O2, and it has a 2 in front of the NO, so I really like B. C is not going to be right because it's got no NO, it just has N, and that's not even part of the reaction. N2 also is not going to work. We need NO, and we need a 2 in the front. So D is not right. So B is our right answer based on the rate law that it has given us and the elementary step. Remember, you can only use stoichiometry to determine rate law with elementary steps. So breakdowns of these. You cannot use it for an overall reaction. Okay, and then H is a free response question. The student considers the reverse reaction and proposes a mechanism with a single elementary step as shown below. Explain in terms of particle collisions why this mechanism is unlikely to be correct. Okay, the reason why, if this is the single or an elementary step, what it's trying to say is we have these two H2 particles and an O2 particle. O2 should be a little bigger. Yeah, maybe hold on, I'm gonna erase it. Make it a different color and make it a little bigger. Okay, so I've got two H2s and an O2, and somehow all three are colliding at just the right manner to produce H2O water. Okay, the reason why we need to use particle explanations and mechanisms to say this is unlikely is we need to talk about how this is 3 particles and they are trying to collide all at once with proper orientation and energy, and the likelihood of this happening is very, very low. It's like trying to shoot a bullet with a bullet, right? Could it happen? Yes, but the likelihood of it happening is very low. So the likelihood of this being a one-step process is very unlikely. Most likely there's another step involved. So use this as your explanation. Talk about how it's 3 particles trying to collide with proper orientation and energy, and the likelihood of that happening is very low. And that should get you full points in explaining why this is probably not an elementary step. All right, hopefully that was helpful.